How's everybody doing? Well, we're going fishing again. I found another old reel, and it's the one that I'd forgot all about, because it's been out in the barn for years. I bought this reel 38 years ago, something like that. It's a 1957 Zebco Spinner. Of course, it says Zebco 33 model. But this is one, it's all metal body. This chrome plating, whatever this is on this band here, I mean, it's coming off. This thing is old, and I forgot I even had it. I found it, took it apart. It surprisingly was not that dirty inside. I cleaned it all out, re-greased it. I found this rod. I don't know what this is. I can see that it says it's light action. I don't know what brand of rod this is. I don't know how old this rod is. I don't know. It might break on us. But we're gonna go down here and we're gonna check it out, see how it works. Okay. We're gonna try out the 1957 Zebco. With a night crawler. Just hooked once like that in the head. Throw him out here on the bottom. Just work him along. Well, that thing casts pretty darn good. I bet you could cast this thing a long ways. It's hard to go wrong, but there's one right there. First cast. This old Zebco, they didn't put any reverse on these, so you gotta control it with. If I let go of this and he goes pulling on it, it'll just backwind. I bet that has to be I don't know what that is. I ain't gonna try to even guess. All I know is it didn't take him long. That's a bluegill. That is a bluegill. I don't even know how golly, that's a nice bluegill. I think. He's thick. Come on up here. Oh my gosh, look at this bluegill. Look at that. Land sakes alive. Holy mackerels. Man, he's warm. Let me get my pliers out. He didn't swallow it, but he's got it down in there where I can't get a hold of it. He didn't have it very good at all, but I couldn't get my fingers in there. That little bitty bluegill mouth. Look at that bluegill. Mercy sakes alive. Look, he got me. He got me. I'm gonna let you go, buddy. You don't have to worry about that none. I don't know if I can get down here to the water very far. This is worse riprap than over there at the dam. Alright, here you go. sorry, didn't mean to belly flop you. Boy, he took off like he was shot out of a rocket. Wow. Well, first cast with the 1957 Zebco Spinner, model 33. Catches a big bluegill. Let's try that again. There's one right there. Yep. Yeah, boy. Another bluegill. Another bluegill. Come here, boy. Come up here. Come up here. Oh, golly. Another slabber. Another slabber. I'll grab my pliers, just make it easier to get a hold of. Open up your jaws there, boy. Open up your jaws. Open sesame. Open sesame. These are nice bluegills. Nice ones. I mean, they're not. Now, careful. They're not braggers, but they're nice ones. Go on back in there now. There he goes. Heading right back out there, same place that where I caught him at. He's still going out there. I can still see him. Oh. Well, just like every other time, it's fun. Let's do it again. There's one right there. There he is. I got him. I got him. So far. Thought I had that one too. What is that? Oh, it's a bluegill. Tell you what, a feller could be loading up his bucket with bluegills to take home clean if he wanted to. And they're not bad little bluegills. Oops, come on. They're not bad ones. Alright, before you went right back out there, I said before that thing slips out of my dang hand and lands in this riprap, get him back in the water, or her. Looked like it was a little poochy in the belly. Might have been a female. If I don't get it out there far enough, there's one right there. Yep, there he is. He's got some pull to him. He's got some pull to him. Yeah, he does. Where are you going over there? You ain't that big at all, and you are putting it to it. Well, it's because you're thick. Well, you're bigger than you looked. Golly, that is bigger than it looked. Well, I was getting ready to move over. I changed my battery. I forgot to turn my camera on. And I switched this pole to one of them jigs, one of them jig heads with this blue flash slab tail jig, and first cast. Look at this bluegill on the blue flash. The first cast. Pretty nice one. So, there you go. That's not bad there. That's not a bad one. For as light as this is. And this pole, there's another one right there. Boy, golly. And these have got an attitude. So it's either that orange head or it's the blue flash slab tail jig. One or the other is making something happen here. God, and these are good ones. Golly, these are good fish. Look at that. That's a nice bluegill. Go on back in there, buddy. Man alive. Wonder what it is. One or the other, or a combination of both. Oh, can you guys see this little slab tail jig down here in this water? Let me see if I can get this out here where you can see it and look at the action on this. Can you see that down in there? Look at that little tail on that thing. Good zooks alive. No wonder they like that thing so much. I have to do the wind ballet with this line. There's one right there, I think. I don't know. The wind's doing tricks on me. Yep, there he is. Yeah, there he is. Golly, this is tough to figure out in the wind. I hope he's plugged up. He's coming at me or something. Where is he at? Oh, there he is. Not very big. Come on, don't break my pole. Look at that. That's a female. She is just plumb full of eggs. Glad she didn't swallow that. We'll get her down in this water. Going back in there, sweetheart. There you go. There's one. There's another one. They're out there. They don't really put up much of a fight. I mean, they're not big, huge ones, but they're thick. They're thick ones. Oh, I'm not gonna break my line. Golly, this is a nice one right here. How is that fish not putting up more of a fight than it did? I don't get it. That is a nice bluegill. How is it not putting up much more of a fight than that? That must be a male, because it doesn't look like it's got no eggs in it. He's not peeing. Who knows? I don't know. I know one thing. He's gonna go back in there. Go on back in there, boy. No, go that way. Golly. I would think a bluegill that size would have been cutting up like it was his job. Well, we'll go back out there and see can we find another one. What do you say? Let's do it. Alrighty. Let's just start straight out and see. Let her sink. Let her sink. There's a bite. Golly. I hope he don't have that all the way down in his belly, because I thought it looked like a bite, but then I thought the wind was messing with me. By the time I got the slack out of my line, realized it was a bite. Oh, I can see the end of the jig, so littler one. Go on in there and grow up a hair, bud. You need to be bigger than that. You need to be bigger than that to be causing a ruckus. Let's see if we can find a bigger one. There's a bite right there. Yep, there's a fish right there. Come on back over this way. I don't know what you're doing over there. Don't know where you're going over that way. Well, we found bluegills over here, that's for sure. We have found bluegills over here. Gosh, and that's a female. She's got a bunch of eggs in her. Oh, now be careful. Be careful there. She's got a bunch of eggs in her. At least it looked like she did. Let's set this down. Look how that thing is. Maybe she don't. I think she does. I think that's a female. I don't know. I'm by no means any kind of an expert in any way, shape, or form. Moved down here just around the we was right over the back over that away. I just moved right over here. First cast. I got something here. Imagine it's a bluegill. Yeah. It is. See, I think there's a fish right there. I believe. No, unless he's swimming towards us. That sure looked like one. Yep. There he is. I don't know if he's on there that whole time and he was swimming towards us, or if he just picked it up, dropped it, and then come back for more. Not sure. That's the littlest one we've caught yet. Littlest one we caught yet. And still, with it being the smallest one, I mean, that fish is not very big. Look how thick that fish is. There just isn't any little skinny dinks in this lake. There just isn't any little skinny dinks in here. Little fish. Just not going to let me get it out there where I want it. There's one right there. I'm telling you what, they like this thing. They like this blue slabtail. That's another pumpkin seed. And I was saying that I don't catch any big ones. And look at the size of that thing. I mean, I don't know how big these things get. Somebody let me know. But usually the ones I catch are little ones. And that's impressive right there. That is an impressive long-eared sunfish for what I usually catch. Prettiest fish in the lake, without a doubt. No two ways about it. Going back in there now. Put that away. Prettiest fish in the lake, color-wise. Let's catch another. Go quick. There's one right there. Golly, he is pulling. I guess you gotta have them big motors so nobody beats you to your fishing spot. That's another long-eared sunfish. Man, they are pullers. And these are fat ones. Look how pretty this fish is. Look how pretty this fish is. Golly. Look at the color of that belly on that fish. Pretty fish. Go on now. This is fun. Well, I think we're gonna call it. The Zebco, it done its job. A 67-year-old Zebco, still working like a brand new one. Catches fish, casts way out there. Just not the prettiest thing since it's old and give out. And this quantum, what the heck ever this says, fishing system, just quantum fishing system, ultralight, high-tech graphite. Not been cleaned up. Look at that. Look how nasty that pole is. I didn't clean it up or nothing. And it catches fish. So thanks everybody for watching. We'll get back out here again for too awful long, and we'll catch some more. What do you say? See you guys next time.